Telme, your network. Dear user, welcome. Congratulations for purchasing Airgate and for entering into Telme. Thanks to this new device, you will be able to improve your way of communicating and participate in the building of the largest Wi-Fi network in the world. Installing the Airgate is simple. Once you have removed the product from the packaging, we will have at our disposal, other than the router itself, the installation manual and CD, the Wi-Fi antenna on the back to be activated, the power source, and a LAN network cable. On the back, we find a series of inputs. Phone 1, where to insert the cable coming from the telephone. WAN, where to insert the cable coming from the modem ADSL. LAN, where to insert the cable coming from your computer PC. Power, where to insert the power supply cable. On the front panel instead, we find a series of LED lights. Power indicates that the device is switched on. LAN indicates the connection between the router and the PC. WAN indicates the connection to the ADSL modem. Phone 1 indicates the connection to the Telme network. WLAN indicates the availability of a Wi-Fi connection. Installation. Take the router and position it in an area not far from the PC so that the same is reachable by the cables at your disposal. Do not connect device to a power source until the termination of the initial connection stage. Please note that it is advisable to position the router in a way that there are no walls or other obstacles for the connection of other wireless devices. In fact, such obstacles could limit the speed of the network connection. 1. Insert the cable coming from the modem ADSL. Connect the cable between the network card and the central computer and the LAN port of the router. Complete the installation by connecting the router and modem to a power source. After a few seconds, the green LED WAN will turn on and it will flash until it becomes fixed in approximately 10 seconds. The fixed LED light confirms the correct installation. Dynamic Internet Connection. The Airgate router is configured to function in a standard way, but other ways exist to connect the router to the network ADSL cable, Dynamic and PPPoE. A dynamic connection works in most cases, except for those that require a minor configuration effort for the router and the ADSL modem. The use of this type of connection does not request any particular effort. Airgate is pre-configured in order to function in this way. Internet connection in PPPoE. In the case that the WAN LED light continues to flash, it is necessary to change the access method to the router, Airgate and Internet. In order to do this, it is necessary to configure a PPPoE connection directly within the router, configuring your Ethernet modem to bridge and to insert the connection parameters to Internet in the dedicated section of the control panel of your router. In this way, it shall be the router itself that supplies the parameters you have entered to the modem to execute the connection. We start by entering into the configuration panel of your router. Then, open your browser. Should you have any problems with browsers like Opera, Firefox or others, we advise that you resort to Internet Explorer and enter the network address of your router. 222.222.222.1. Once you have executed the access to Internet, a screen will appear asking you for your username and password. By accessing the router and following the dedicated manual, it will be possible to configure access to the Internet based on the characteristics requested by your service provider. Connect the telephone. The following step is to connect the telephone to the input phone 1. Remember that for a correct function, it is necessary to be in possession of a touch-tone telephone and not a generator of impulses. Once you have connected the telephone and picked up the receiver, the LED light phone 1 will turn on, and you will hear a continuous tone on the phone that indicates that the telephone is registered on the Telme network and ready for use. You can consult the instruction manual for further information. First call. Today, Airgate brings with it a number of Telme networks due to the VSIM. VSIM is a number with an area code of 1800 that identifies your Airgate and consents the access to the entire universe of services that Telme offers. The high integration level of our device permits us to make calls in a much more natural way. Pick up the phone and dial the number. You can call all of the Telme users on their Airgate, computer and mobile. To contact another Airgate, all you need to do is dial the corresponding number, for example, 1800 553 66353. It is possible to reach other users even by entering their username on the keyboard due to the association of letters, numbers. It is also possible to call abroad with the Telme network. It is only necessary to pay attention to how you dial the number. We have to remember to use the international notation with the country code of the country you intend to call. Installation of the 3G video call. If you own a third-generation telephone with a Symbian S60 or Windows mobile operating system, it is possible to configure this device and connect it to your Airgate to call and video call through the WIP2 network. The application that permits you to do this is called VSIM 3G. All you have to do is install it to access the WIP2 world with your mobile phone. The following telephones are compatible: Nokia E series, Nokia N series, Nokia Series 6XXX with Symbian, smartphone with Windows Mobile 5 or higher, Apple iPhone, Beta. In order to proceed with the installation, it is necessary to be registered on www.telme.sg and to be in possession of a valid username. You can follow the instructions present on the website http://school.telme.sg or on the offline version available on this DVD in the directory Tutorial. Installation of the AirMax antenna. It is possible to extend the range of your Airgate by installing the AirMax antenna. AirMax spreads safely and continuously the signal from your Airgate so that other users can enjoy the connectivity and services associated with this device. The AirMax antenna is placed outside of your home so that it can spread the signal without obstacles. It can be wall-mounted or mounted on a metal post.